Hi, great to meet you, and thank you for coming on to this interaction.
Thank you. It's great.
First, let me congratulate you on your admit and also your great GMAT score. So can you kindly tell us what was your GMAT score and what are the admits you have got?
So I got a 700 in my GMAT. And I got into the Fisher School of, I got accepted at the Fisher School of Business, Notre Dame University, and Vanderbilt University. So I chose Vanderbilt Owen School of Business.
I understand you've also got a very generous scholarship. So can you tell about that?
So I've also got a 70% Forte fellowship at Vanderbilt.
Can you just quickly tell us about something about yourself? Just so that the people who are listening to this get to know you a little better.
Sure. Yeah. So I was born in Bhopal and brought up in Pune. I've lived here all my life. I did my engineering here, and then I worked at Whirlpool. I'm still serving my last 2 days at Whirlpool. I've been at Whirlpool for 7 years, and now I'm finally going for my MBA.
Super. So what made you want to do an MBA?
When I graduated from engineering, I wanted to get into NITI, which is an industrial engineering college. I prepared for GATE. I couldn't get in then, and I was too tired to prepare for GATE again. So I instead, and because I'd given up my college placement, I had to look for job outside of the college campus placement. So I started cold calling companies, and I got into Whirlpool. And thankfully, I got into a space that I really loved and enjoyed. It was a little close to industrial engineering. I got into the PLM, product lifecycle management space. But even then, I kind of wanted to understand how industries work more than being on the development or the R&D side. It was a fun run in Whirlpool for the 7 years. I kept changing roles and stuff, but all through that while, what kept getting very clear to me that I was kind of nifty at getting things done, and I always wanted to be a product owner. Like all my role models at Whirlpool were either product owners or project managers. And then I reached out to my director. He's currently the director of environment, safety, and ESG. So, and I kept telling him that I'm not sure what I want to do. Even before that, I knew I wanted to study further, but I just didn't have the clarity of what I wanted to do. So then he kind of took me under his wing, and he started guiding me, and we reached to a conclusion that MBA and getting into product management would be the best thing for me. And then I started preparing for GMAT, and that's how I got here now.
How did you come across Jamboree?
So a friend told me about this. So I have a huge problem kind of discipline, having any kind of discipline. I am bad at sitting and studying on my own. I am bad at setting targets for myself when it comes to studying. And plus at 30, it's definitely difficult to sit and study. So I told one of my friends, and she told me that Jamboree is really good. So I did, and that's what Jamboree helped me do. Setting up targets was the biggest thing that Shubham sir could do for me.
Would you like to tell us about your experience at Jamboree? What helped you? What worked for you?
The starting part, because I'm an engineer, the brushing up of the quant and everything, that was super easy. But what really worked for me was the late night sessions that the quant faculty, Shubham sir at Jamboree PS would have with us. like most of us were working individuals probably. So we'd start like at 11 at night and we'd end these sessions at 2 because there were all of these high level questions that we'd be solving. So each question probably took like 10 minutes or something. So like we'd be sitting from 11 to 2, we'd be doing that. And then I met Srivatsan sir by fluke. He's the English faculty in Chennai, I think. And so he'd have early morning sessions. So I'd wake up for that and then sit and get my doubts in English clarified with like a bunch of other kids in the morning. So yeah. And then throughout the day, I'd be working and then trying to find time in between my lunch hours or something to study and get the homework and targets completed. So yeah, that was fun.
Great. I also understand that you also took Jamboree's help in the admission counseling services. So how was your experience with the admission counseling team?
So Harshan and Kanika were awesome. Harshan just helped me make sure that my forms were like always in order. And then Kanika was my assigned writer. It took about 2 months for us to get to a place where we decided that the content that we wanted was good enough, because every day was just questions back and forth asking, no, I'm not. So Kanika would be like, no, I'm not satisfied with this. I'm not satisfied with this. Dig deeper in your mind, get me more information. And I'd be like sitting and racking my brains, and like we'd just be collecting all of my life stories. I think she knows me better than my friends and my family now. She knows so much. But then, we were able to get like very solid essays by the end of the process.
So having gone through this journey, what would be your advice to aspiring students like you who want to get into a top B school abroad? So what would be your advice?
I think it's just sheer willpower and nothing else. I mean, I remember when I started at Jamboree, there were about 25 of us who started. And then at the end, during the late night sessions and everything, we'd just be like 5 or 6. So it's not, I mean, Jamboree can just help you prepare. But you need to have your willpower and your grit to be able to make it, right? Working and studying is definitely a difficult thing to do, but it's really fulfilling when you finally make it.
My final question is, after your entire journey of GMAT preparation and admission applications, so if you have to say the top 3 things in which way Jamboree helped you, what would be the 3 things which you would identify as Jamboree's strengths, which has helped you to reach your destination?
So one is I'm like super bad at timelines and setting up timelines for myself. When it comes to work, I'll be like super good at finishing everything before deadline, but I don't know. I mean, I think it's everyone's problem. When it comes to you, like when you're trying to set up weight loss targets and stuff, it's difficult, right? You need someone to do that. Like you need someone grilling you from behind, telling you have to do this. So yeah, Jamboree did that for me. 2, I would be at least twice or thrice I was at the verge of giving up. It was like, I'm too tired, I don't want to do this. And Srivatsan sir and Shubham sir, they'd just be like, no, it's fine, you can do it. So you need someone to, like, one, you need someone to push you, and then you also need someone to lift you up when you're kind of trying to fall down, because it happens so much when you're like 31 and you're working and you're studying. So that is bound to happen. And my stories, like every bit of my essay is 100% true, but I had to dig so much that I couldn't have done without Kanika's questions, because she had to ask me those questions for me to be able to dig those memories and stories from inside of me. So yeah, those were the 3 things.
So happy to hear that we could be of help to you. So what's your plan? So after you do an MBA, so how are you planning? I know it's maybe too early to ask you that, but how do you see yourself after doing the MBA? What's your dream?
I have a tech background of sorts. I mean, I have like a mixed background. I'm not a developer, but I'm into R&D. So I know I have like a good, solid analytical brain and everything. So I would love to get into product management after this. I mean, I can get things done. I'm good at all of those things. So I want to get into product management. And someday, at least like 5 to 6 years down the line, I see myself as a director of product.
Our best wishes with you, Preeti. And thanks again for coming on to this interaction. Thank you. And wish you all the very best. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.